Yeah, next up we have Sacha Labarre, who is mentored
Hello.
by Dr. Psychowski.
Yeah, hi everyone. I worked with Sasha this summer on an air quality project, and Sasha started his senior year on Monday, which added some um, maybe stress to getting the project done and presenting. But Sasha worked really hard, did a lot of I don't call it brute force gathering of data, which he worked very hard to get this data. So Sasha, I'll turn it over to you to do your presentation.
All right. Uh, um, oh, okay. Um, this is my presentation on an analysis of the Chihuahua River pollution by me and Dr. Shukovsky. The Chihuahua River is the Chihuahua River is a river in San Diego that it's a river that flows through uh Mexico and into California, and more specifically San Diego, where I live. Which is why I decided to do my project on it. Has been an it has been a international issue for quite a while, as it is used as a dumping ground for a ton of waste and sewage by Mexico, and then it flows into the United States, bringing all of those problems with it. So it causes many toxic gases. This is terrible smells. There's a bunch of conditions that are aggravated by it. Uh, um, what I wanted to figure out is whether this polluted water is also causing an increase in particulate matter in the air, um, alongside it over a larger area. Um, the first step to finding such a thing is to actually define a goal, which was uh, is there a correlation between the distance from the Tuana River and the amount of particulate matter in the air? Um, as for determining this the simplest solution, and the one that ended up going with, was to collect data from various locations and compare the mean and median results from them with the distance from the river in order to create a graph and look for correlation. Uh, we used the Purple Air website. Uh, it is a free source that you can look up. I have the actual website link at the end of the presentation. It but yeah, it has a ton of sensors all over the country that the collect the amount of particulate matter or in the air near them. The ones that were used in this study are the ones uh on this map here. There are 12 working ones here, though only 11 actually had data that went past more than like 2 months back. So I'm not entirely sure which one wasn't used. I believe it was this one here. Um, uh, but yeah, we collected the, but yeah, we downloaded the data from Purple Air, and you uh every hour between the dates of February 15th, 2026 and July 11th, 2026, which totaled over 37,000 lines of data. Um, we also used the USA's EPA correction formula in order to get at more accurate results, since the data is impacted by by the relative humidity. Uh, if I will say that we did that, since the relative humidity was used over the average of the day, and the data we collected from the and the data we collected from the sensors was over the hour. There we did get a lot of results going to the negatives, which were corrected to zero. Um, since you can't have negative. If we also have some example data here, there's a lot more than that, but I couldn't really fit it in a readable manner. And we have the total measures over the whole data over there. Here, I'll give it a second to let that be read. All right. Um, distance measurements. I use Google Maps to. I got the location of the sensors, then corresponded that location with Google Maps, then use Google Maps' distance measurements. It's measured as the crow flies, or just a direct measurement without considering obstacles in the way. Um, yeah. Here is the graph that was obtained after here the data was plotted. We have the 11 we have the 11 data points for both mean and median. Median here, which forms a downward trend for both, but a much stronger one for the mean compared to the median. And the closest sensor we had was about 100 meters away, while the farthest one was about 9,000. So, we put the results through the we put the results through a bit of testing to get a R value that corresponds to a correlation here with an R of negative 0.5667 for the mean, and a R of negative 0.3016 for the median. And there's calculations here. Pause again for a moment to let this be read. Okay. This is the illusion. The Tijuana River pollution does appear to be impacting surrounding air quality levels, with both the median and the mean possessing a moderate negative correlation, with the mean being a significantly stronger moderate correlation. Uh, However, I do need to point out that this is not an entirely. This does have a few flaws as here. For example, the city's development from around the location where I grabbed the data is also kind of centered around the river, which means that the air quality could be impacted by that, and it was only done using 11 sensors, which means anything provided is only a bit of a start to it, but I wasn't able to get a full purview. It would require a much more detailed study with more stuff. Here's the sources and links, and I also want to give thanks to my mom for suggesting the initial idea of looking at the Tijuana River. Uh, Other than that, I don't believe there's anything else. So, questions?
Yeah. Nice job, Sasha.
So
All right.
that was really interesting. Sasha was a scholar with us the year before becoming an intern. So we've had a couple of years of having talks together, which has been really wonderful.
Yeah.
So very nice project. I
Oh
have
yeah, my dad is in the chat telling me to also give thanks to my mentor, er, Tchaikovsky. Uh, Thank you as
Looks like you
well.
might have a question. Steve, did you have a question for Sasha?
Yes, if you had to push this project to another level, what would be the next thing that you would have to do?
I would mostly raise the number of sensors and put it more farther along the river. Uh, river because eh, because it only used a small stretch of river that runs through San Diego, rather than checking it throughout the whole river running. I believe this is also still after the river has been put through a waste sanitation location, so any effects are significantly mitigated um compared to what they would be lower down the river closer to Mexico, but there aren't nearly as many sensors there, so there would have to be more sensors for it to be used there. As for the information about what particulate matter was included, I do not believe they provide that. If they do, it wasn't checked in the study. Um, but I don't believe they do. It only checks the amount.
Dr. C seems to be agreeing with you that they do not give the specific particulates.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Cool. Well, thank you,
All right.
Sasha. Great work.
Excellent job.